Hey everyone, so this is my review of Code Black Season 1, Episode 12, called Fog Wars. And basically what this episode is about is a love triangle starts to form between some of the doctors as they are going around and more in depth of treating the victims of the multi-vehicle crash that happened in the last episode, but now in Angels Memorial Hospital. And Melena goes against Clara's wishes of not wanting her to see her as she dies and has to deal with the baby. And this was a really great sort of comeback episode after the little bit of the holiday break that they had. And I do love that this episode immediately started where the last one left off, with them all still in the field of the multi-vehicle crash and dealing with all the situations that they all ended up in the last episode. And it was interesting how each of the characters got out of those situations that they were in. Where Christina was eventually saved by Neil and some of the other doctors, and Mario and the one doctor that I can't remember her name, eventually managed to get themselves sort of out of the situation that they were in. And it was a little weird how Christina's arm seemed to be magically healed in this episode that she heard in the last episode, where she had it all splinted up, I think is the word, where she had it in the sort of sleeve cast thing. And was having a hard time using it, where in this episode that seemed to not exist, and she seemed to be perfectly fine with helping and dealing with everything down where she was. And then later in the hospital she seemed to be perfectly fine and having no trouble with her arm at all. The supposed love triangle between Mario, Angus, and the one nurse that I can't remember her name seems really kind of stupid in my mind, because I know that she's just gonna pick Mario. So why have the trouble of putting Angus in there and having his heart broken? Especially when Mario and Angus are just starting to kind of become friends and having this built relationship sort of going good compared to the first few episodes had it being. Where this just could sort of ruin that and sort of put them back in square one, I feel. And I don't think that's fully necessary. Madalena and the baby was a really great scene, and I really enjoyed all those moments with it, but it was also very predictable. I even predicted it a few episodes ago, so it's kind of sweet and kind of cool, and I really enjoy seeing Philip, and I kind of want to see a little bit more of him in the next episode. But like I said, it also all happened very predictably. Neil and Lorraine getting punished for what they did in the last episode, I feel is kind of needed, but I don't know how the show would go on without them if they were heavily reprimanded like the show's kind of putting out that they might be. And just overall, I really enjoyed this episode, even though it did have some sort of boring or unnecessary parts in my mind. So yeah, that's my review of Code Black Season 1, Episode 12, called The Fog Wars. So yeah, bye!